suits it better. I feel the same way about Tales of Destiny too, actually.
I would never bash these, and I agree. Their fucking music in those games is amazing. Actually, the best soundtrack in the fucking franchise is to make Indie Battle. And Ys too.
I remember the day when I freaking did a full Let's Play of this game. I've never actually played any of the front missions, no. I heard they're good if you like mech games, but I've never really been a fan of mech games.
Well, actually, do you like tactical RPGs like Final Fantasy Tactics and like?
It depends, really. Sometimes yes,
Because
sometimes...
that's how they play.
Well, like I said, sometimes yes, sometimes no. It ultimately all depends.
I think you'd like the front mission games because the stories are pretty deep.
That's weird. That was really weird. Okay then.
I think the Japanese opening for X4 is atrocious. The localized opening for X4 suits it better.
Alright, I don't think PSX
I would
fan
agree
likes
for
X4 that much.
The other two, though.
It's kind of.
I don't know how you feel about that, though, Serena.
Well, I already said before that I prefer the English version of the opening to X4.
Oh, okay. Because I hate the way the Japanese one. It doesn't suit it.
It really doesn't. I'm not saying
Kind of like the Japanese opening for Tales of Destiny's fucking garbage.
Well, it's not so much that it's garbage as a song. The song's good. It just doesn't.
It doesn't suit it.
Now go. Destroy him. That's an order.
It's J-pop, but it sometimes you just need an epic sound. You don't need lyrics cluttering it.
I kind of agree with that. Hell, some people think it's not a song unless it has lyrics, and I'm thinking, what?
Those people are wrong, but they know where music derives from. Well, technically, the music kind of derives from chanting.
True. In which case, I guess that's where they get the idea that it's not a song unless it has lyrics, because even an "oh" is a lyric, believe it or not.
Yeah, but there is no actual classical music from the classical era when people think about it that has lyrics.
That's a good point, actually.
And that's where our modern music actually derives from. It isn't the Gregorian chances that derives from that.
Yep.
You know? Because there's very few songs that get away with only having lyrics. I can barely think of any, and I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there are a few good songs that are only vocal. But that's hard to do.
Acapella.
No, I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about spoken word.
Oh. William Shatner's version of Rocket Man is a good example. I'm joking. Or am I? I don't know.
But it's not just lyrics. But
True. So who here remembers my Let's Play of this game? That was fun. Damn! The Sky Lagoon falls! It'll be disastrous! There's no time. I'm going down!
oh, for a moment I thought we were just rewatching one of your Let's Plays.
Well. But really, it comes down to personal preference. Like, my favorite version of X3 is the one that's on the PS2 Mega Man X collection. Because it's basically the PS1 version of the game.
Yep.
The only thing that sucks is playing this game with an Xbox 360 controller and its derpy-ass D-pad is really difficult.
Well, it was analog stick.
Dude, analog stick's worse for these kind of games, at least for me. And even then, I don't have analog stick configured. Or if I do, but it doesn't accept the analog, only accepts the D-pad for this game. But then again, the actual PS1 version was the same way. The physical copy. At least it was for me anyway. Aye. You know, I gotta say, I don't really get what the difference between the Battle Network 3 games were. What was it? Battle Network 3 White and Battle Network 3 Blue? I think. I don't know what the difference was. The differences between those two were. Because it's not like it was a Pokemon game where you can get only a certain Pokemon in one game that you cannot get in the other, so you know, you have to trade between them. Okay, yeah, this emulator does not like Mega Man X3. Or 4, I mean. Because it doesn't want to load properly. Alright, what else do we got?
I won't say my opinions on Battle Network games because we got somebody that likes it, so I ain't gonna be mean. I'm just not a fan of the Battle Network games. Is all I'll say.
The only one I played was Battle Network 1 and 2.
To me, it doesn't feel like a Mega Man game.
Here's another game I would love to get to someday. CD not usable. Say what? Oh, crashed. God damn it. Fine. Close. I'll use, this now. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oops. Man, there we go. I want to capture the mouse cursor.
I really like the Mega Man Zero game.
I don't know why it's doing this weirdness here. It's not... Alright, hang on. Let me do this.
I still can't believe that Capcom were assholes and pretty much pushed Mega Man X5. Well, not 5, but 6. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Keiji Inafune wanted it to end with X5.
Yep, that he did. There we go. Yeah, like I was saying, this is a game I would love to get to eventually. Via LP or stream. But, oh god, Disc 2, man. It's dialogue heavy. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. The first and the last. Was the next game? What do you mean by next game?
I mean, beat out, because...
But I do like this game quite a bit. That was a weird audio buzz. I kind of agree. Final Fantasy VI is my favorite Final Fantasy, hands freaking down. Probably my favorite game in general.
Is it superior? That's subjective.
Alpha 1 genome restructuring. Confirming exon replacement. Base code 85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming.
Chrono Trigger is overrated.
Central, access confirmed.
It's a good game, but to me,
It is overrated.
Emergency shelter.
I would agree. Like, it's nowhere near as good as Final Fantasy VI, but it's also really, really good in its own
Contamination
way.
is spreading widely. Captain.
Cut off the cables.
Final Fantasy 2 is probably one of the most underrated Final Fantasy games.
Activating self-destruct bolts.
Alright, I'll tell you one thing. If I ever do
When I say
stream
2, I mean 2, not 4.
I'll tell you one thing. If I do stream/record this game, I'm gonna have to change the
They are
plugins.
attacking. We can't stop them. 98% of our weapons have been taken over. The autopilot system Faust has been accessed.
It looks really good visually, though.
Today's space logic
But
is
that
being
audio
rewritten.
glitch is just
Ergo
weird.
area is increasing. An internal
Alright.
plane is forming.
Next up on the agenda. Alright. What's another one to try? Oops, not Tales of Destiny. Not right now.
Shadow Hearts was good.
What was that?
Shadow Hearts games are good.
I never actually played those.
I like Xenogears myself, but I wouldn't say it's better than Final Fantasy VII. Though, like it's, in a lot of points, it's really like a lot weaker, and most of it comes from the second half of the game.
Yeah, but because like Xenogears was really, really ambitious. I know that much. But the second disc was really, really rushed. It felt like they were trying to do something wholly like ambitious, but then Sony's like, nope, push it out now. You know, I was like, oh.
Xenosaga is stupid. Like, I didn't hate it, but man, when you can watch the extended Lord of the Rings trilogy and the time it takes to get to gameplay in fucking Xenosaga, there's a problem.
Yeah. Which, okay, I gotta say a couple of things, though. I really do. Because this, in my opinion, is the definitive version of my favorite Final Fantasy. My favorite Final Fantasy. To me, it's the absolute definitive best version of the game. But there's one complaint that does my head in. People complain about load times. Load times. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, really? Are you that jaded? The load times in FF6 on the PS1 are basically negligible. I mean, they're there. You
I'll
can't
pick
deny
PS1
that.
version over any other version.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Like, if you're wanting the most authentic Final Fantasy VI feel, PS1. The reason why is because it's the Japanese version with the English freaking script. That means the sprites are uncensored. There's more lines of dialogue that were edited out and censored on the, family-friendly Nintendo version. The only problem you have is the load times. Okay, and allow me to say it like this. The load times in Final Fantasy VI are so short that it might add maybe 10 minutes of extra gameplay to an already long game. Like, I can understand a speedrunner picking the SNES version. I'm wholly for that.
Speedrunner ain't gonna pick that. They're gonna pick the Super Famicom version.
They might actually, yeah, for the Japanese dialogue, since more characters on screen equals faster text.
Yep.
But that depends on the game, really, because some Japanese versions are slower.
Oh,
believe
for
it or
this. Oh, for Final Fantasy VI, they would pick the Japanese version.
not. No, I know.
For speedrunner.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the load times, in my honest opinion, are negligible. They're not even worth mentioning, honestly. But here's the thing. Final Fantasy VII, okay? Final Fantasy VII is universally loved. Well, I should say universally hated nowadays, but whatever. The one complaint that you don't hear about Final Fantasy VII is load times. Because I guess...
I gotta bring up something real quick.
Now, see, that's...
I 100% disagree with you, Scott.
Yeah, that's another... See, that's another thing that I don't get. To me, the sound sounds perfect on the SNES. On the PlayStation 1. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. On the PlayStation 1, the sound sounds perfect. It is proper MP3. It is not MIDI. It is proper MP3. I don't get where this whole thing of the SNES version sounds better. It sounds chunkier. It sounds clunkier. It doesn't sound as crisp or as good. In my... Like...
You're wrong. Final Fantasy VI Advance has to...
Oh, don't even. Oh my god, don't even. To me, that game does not exist.
It sounds so horrible. Oh, the opera scene, dude.
But like I said, in my honest opinion, the PlayStation 1 version is the definitive version. And bearing in mind 'twas once, I got ahead of myself. I was talking about the PlayStation 1, and I was trying to say, I don't get why people say that the SNES version sounds better. I mean, if they think it does, that's fine, but I don't. It sounds clunkier, chunkier, and I don't like it. I feel that this sounds so much better. Though there is one problem I have with the PlayStation 1 version on EPSXE or PSX Fin, mind you. And that's this. Let me show you. This. There. I don't know how to fix this weird graphical glitch. This is on PSX Fin and EPSXE. No matter what I do, no matter what plugin I use or settings I change, Ultros and Typhon always glitch the hell out on this screen. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'll agree. Like, with Chrono Trigger, for some reason, it did not transition well to the PlayStation 1. The load times actually are present in the SNES version, or excuse me, PlayStation 1 version of Chrono Trigger. Even I'll say that.
I'll argue that it looks and sounds better.
Oh, it does. It totally does. Because, like, you know, what am I looking for here?
That's a fucked up glitch on the new.
I know. It does that on PSX Fin as well.
I've never played this on emulator before, so I didn't know it did that.
Well, yeah, the whole PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII is weird to me, because it's, like, only on PS4, and apparently it's supposed to be a remade version of Final Fantasy VII, but it's still the PlayStation 1 version. It's just, like, recoded, brought from the ground up, completely remade in that regard, I guess, to be proper 1080, instead of being upscaled. I would still
laugh my ass off if they trolled the fuck out of all
that would be funny as hell.
It's like an actual room, like, suck it, bitches.
Yeah, exactly, right? Now, what's funny, though, is that, as you can see, this is actually my Let's Play file, if you can believe it. From all that time ago, this is actually my Let's Play file. Yeah. But, what the hell? That's a weird graphical glitch, I swear. But plug-in based, what can you do? But yeah, like, there was a part of me, guys, that for the longest time wanted to do a replay of Final Fantasy VI. And, like, the reason I haven't is because, well, I'd probably want to use the PSN version, to tell you the truth.
Oh.
See? Bum Rush! Not Phantom Rush! Bum Rush! Rah!
Yeah, Phantom Rush is a dodge move. I know this, I've been playing Type 0.
Yeah, exactly, right. Oh, wow. I messed up on Airblade. Oh, well. But, I mean, what it really boils down to, though, is personal preference. Wow, that's... okay. Yeah, graphical glitches abound. I need to figure out, like, proper plugins to use to make this game look at its best and sound at its best, but it's difficult. Everything just doesn't want to cooperate, really. As you can see, there are different...
Starman, I don't think it's very sound logic, because that's the point that I'm waiting for all the remakes of all the other Devil May Cry games from Capcom. This is not very sound logic. I'm still waiting for the Resident Evil 2 remake. Will that ever happen? Capcom?
Who knows?
I just realized both of my examples were me bitching at Capcom.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck you, Capcom.
You really don't like Capcom, I can tell you that much.
It's because they don't give a shit about their fans. They literally fucking don't. They proved that with the whole Mega Man fiasco. The fans didn't want it enough. Like, I didn't even want fucking Mega Man Legends because I didn't care, but some fact that they said that, was like, whoa, that's some fucking bullshit. Because the fans really did want that game.
They did, yeah, man. Alright. So, in all things considered, that's pretty good. Alright. I think if I did that game ever again, though, I'd probably want to do the PSN version.
Yeah, it pisses me off that we didn't get the Phantasy Star remakes here in the West, because I really wanted to play them because they looked gorgeous.
All right. I'm gonna try something because I need to test this anyway. All right. So, I'm going to add a new...
Street Fighter series is the only thing Capcom gives a shit about, and they're milking it to the point that...
video capture device. And we'll say...
only the hardcore fans give a shit anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, I actually want that. Deinterlacing. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, what's that? It doesn't like when I do that. Alright. Oh, yeah, great. I think I just crashed my freaking OBS.
Huh?
Yep, I crashed it because of the freaking game capture. I fucked up.
Don't censor me, bro. Don't censor me.
I don't even know if I'm still alive because of this.
Yeah, you still are.
Yeah, but the screen's frozen, isn't it?
Let's see. Yep, it is.
Thought so.
He's trying to censor me. It's all a ploy to censor me.
I gotta crash it. Hang on. Wow, it's not even in the... It's not even in the applications. What the hell? Oh, there it is.
I don't even know if I'd say that they need a new series. They just need to treat some of the properties that they have
If they
currently with more care.
Here's the thing.